Ugh, the thing that has just happened, y'all, so many people are just like in complete shock. It is revolving around Garrett, Shane, and just, I can't believe this has happened also. This shit's crazy. Before we get into this video, I just want to remind you that at the top of the description below, there is a Spotify playlist that I have handcrafted my favorite Christmas songs ever. It is over 4 hours long. You can love it, I can love it, and we can be vibing to the same Christmas tunes with our loved ones this Christmas. So swipe up, or no, not swipe up. We're not on Instagram. Click the link. You can enjoy it. If not, I still fuck with you too. Okay. Everyone, the topic with Shane and Garrett today is absolutely fucking crazy. We talked about the Can I take a Polaroid? Sorry, I really want to just solidify this moment. Sorry, I'm so excited that it's December. Come on. Come on, queen. There we go. Okay, now we can take a picture. I just want to remember that this was my first day of filming for December. You ready? Because look at the Christmas tree as well. It's so festive. Okay, you are part of this experience, and then we'll show it at the end. 1, 2... Whoa, that is fucking bright. And then I just want another one on the tree. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a photographer. Can you tell I'm in a film course? Okay, now we can get into the video. We will check up on these at the end of the video. So yes, guys, a drama with Garrett and Shane has just happened to the fact that Garrett himself had to respond. You probably well know this by now, but if you don't, Garrett has been involved in the Shane drama through just association, and there's been a few moments that Garrett has actually done, maybe like a few little shady jabs, but he's never fully just gotten straight involved, and people have literally been like, yeah, Garrett has not addressed anything, people are saying that there's maybe hints of things, Shane has not referenced Garrett. Like, keep in mind as well, Garrett and Andrew, remember Andrew, Shane's cameraman, Shane's fucking friend, or whatever, you know that it was a really weird relationship between them anyway, but anyway, besides the point. Garrett and Andrew have now broken off from their friendship with Shane and created their first ever podcast together. It is doing insanely well, and this news came just directly after Rylan Adams, Shane's fiance, announced his podcast. And also remember, Shane broke his silence quite fucking literally on social media to promote Rylan's podcast because he obviously wanted all of his fans who were waiting to see him to go to the podcast, give Rylan their views, give Rylan their money because Shane wasn't posting videos. So if they can, get money in the household, income again through that with Shane promoting it, perfect. They would eat that up. And also, people were like, Shane is going to go on this podcast. I said it on my channel. And you know what happened? Shane did go on the channel. He went on the podcast channel maybe like a week ago? Yeah, like a week ago, where they were talking about a really fucking upsetting event that happened with their new kitten. Let's not get into it past that. But anyway, the news of Garrett and Andrew having their podcast was announced right after Rylan's. Now, Shane sold the story that Rylan, wanted to do this his entire life, and this is what Rylan is meant to do. So the fact that Garrett and Andrew were able to drop their podcast out of nowhere and it gets millions of views and gets way more subscribers than Rylan's and just people are way more engaged, it was really shady. So there has been a conversation recently with Garrett, Andrew, Shane, and Ryland and their current friendship. People are like, is Andrew ever going to work with Shane again? I personally believe he won't. He has no need to. He's making more money on the podcast probably now, with Garrett. And he's, I don't mean to be shady, but he seems like he's in a much better place. Come on now, Andrew is so much more comfortable talking with Garrett on this podcast than he's ever been in any Shane video. And people reference all the time about how they almost couldn't watch Shane's old content with Garrett because Shane was really fucking rude and almost borderline bullying with Garrett the entire time. And I actually recently went back and watched a video of them together. It was a compilation because I was trying to see what people were actually talking about. I could remember off the top of my head, but yeah, literally anything that Garrett had an individuality about him, Shane would attack him for. Whether it was his interests, his looks sometimes, and his past. So yeah, I mean, both of them, as in Garrett and Andrew, are in a much better place in my opinion right now, and props to them. They are succeeding so much more than Rylan's podcast. And people are like, why are you comparing them? I have every right to, babe. Yep. Keep in mind, Shane Dawson hasn't congratulated, or Ryland hasn't congratulated, Garrett or Andrew on the podcast, which is very unlikely for, the people he says are his friends and his family. So, a little bit of, toxic energy there. But anyway, the big drama that has just happened is Garrett was actually hacked on Instagram, and they were really shady towards old content that Garrett had posted on his Instagram profile with Shane, and we're gonna go through it. It's, y'all were bad for that. Who are the hackers? Speak up. Y'all were fucking bad for that. Jail! Jail! So now I am gonna show you the changed captions that can we talk about the fact that someone hacked onto Garrett's Instagram? First of all, don't hack onto Garrett's Instagram. I know on this channel we're gonna protect Garret like no other. But anyway, their first thing was, let me go back to like years ago posts with Shane Dawson and change the caption. Like if you weren't actively looking for, who was the first person to find out that these captions had been changed? Or like even aware of that? Because how much do you have to be observing to like realize that? Maybe the hacker told them. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I got these screenshots and we need to go through them. So here is a post that Garret did with Shane on his Instagram. So it is a photo booth, as we can see. Now, I'm unaware of what the caption was before it was changed, but the caption now, you know, when the hacker was on, was throwback to like 16 hours ago when I was goofing at an arcade with this actual piece of garbage. The thing was, they only tweaked it a little bit. Like, they didn't go in and be like, this piece of shit, this whatever. They literally kept the original caption until the, like, with whatever. Like, I'm sure it probably said throwback to, like, 16 hours ago when I was goofing at an arcade with this actual, and then at Shane Dawson or something. But then, with this actual piece of garbage, that was the first one. And this was the one that started going viral, that people were like, Garret is speaking out against Shane! And people were so excited. And I was like, there's no way that Garret has been so silent up until now. And I know Garret's personality from what he shows us. There's no way he's gonna, like, go back, change his Instagram captions, and be like, this piece of garbage, just, let's go on, there's more. You know what I mean? It was so, I was like, what is going on? Okay. So here is this next one. So a picture of them at Universal Studios Hollywood. So here we go. Shane looks so different here. He looks very 2014 here. They also look very similar in this picture, right? But anyway, the caption is now changed to Universal Studios from open to close. So they're like keeping like the majority of the original comment. I consumed my weight in butterbeer. I really want to try that, by the way. Whenever I watch Zoella fucking Orlando vlogs from years ago, whenever she was a playlist, that's all I wanted to try. Butterbeer. Is it good? Have you tried butterbeer? Let me know what it tastes like. I want to live vicariously through your comment. Anyway. When I had consumed my weight in butterbeer and I'm just butterbeer now. Please ignore the crusty clown and the Simpsons character in the middle. No, it took me 2 times reading this to understand it. That shows just where my brain's at today. So please ignore the crusty clown, and the Simpsons character. So Krusty Clown, the Simpsons yo, jail, no, jail, fucking jail. Are you watching? You're consuming it. They were so bad for that. Universal Studios from open to close. I consume my weight in butterbeer and I'm just butterbeer now. Please ignore the Krusty Clown and the Simpsons character in the middle. Yeah. Who did this? Who did this? Raise your hand. Who did this? Then we have another 2 characters thrown into the mix. We have Garret with Jeffrey and Nathan. Now, keep in mind, I called it out and people were like, oh yeah, Adam, that's so true. About how inappropriate Shane let the relationship between Jeffrey and Garret be and centered that episode around Garret being uncomfortable with Jeffrey wanting to basically fuck him. Basically being like, Jeffrey will pay you to fuck you. Now, Garret was so uncomfortable in it, but Shane did that for content. Is this y'all's king? Is this y'all's king? I see. So anyway, this picture of all 3 of them, and the caption is now just changed to, yikes! like, no original or anything, just, yikes! Not this! Just yikes. And now we have the final one. So, oh, and by the way, on top of this, from Garrett's Instagram page, so like his actual Instagram, there were like DMs getting sent around that were being very shady allegedly about Shane. I am yet to get them, but Garret even addresses that they were a thing. So whenever I find them, I'll let you know too. But this was the final picture. It is them with ice cream. Very weird picture. And the caption is now just a bunch of emojis, but the throwing up emojis. Who did this? Who hacked Garrett's Instagram and was like, the first thing I need to do is go back to posts from 2015 with Shane Dawson and change the caption. Who out there is that petty? I'm not even that petty. And that says something. Let's talk about it. Who did this? And I keep referencing that because I'm like, who like has the ability to hack someone on Instagram and it's like, I want to hack Garret Andrews. No, is that his name? Garret Watts, sorry. You know what I mean? Who did that? So, Garret has responded, which is the big T of the moment, and yeah, let's get into it. So, I'm actually really shocked. I mean, he kind of had to address this, but I don't know. I'm just so used to Garret not, like, responding to these. By the way, I got these screenshots from my bestie Spolsesh. I love you, bitch. I mean, I shouldn't call you bitch. No, you are. We call each other bitch. I love you. So he posted on his Instagram story. So this picture of him, and it says ATTN. That means attention, right? If you have received a weird message from me, so DMs, you know, that were getting sent out, apparently they were shady against Shane, again, yet to see them, or seen anything else weird via my Instagram in the past 9 hours or so, please disregard this. And then he's done a bunch of stuff down here, and I have another screenshot which shows that a lot more clear, and let's go through this. Again, I'm just shocked that he had to address this. Like, y'all were bad. Just woke up to some wild activity notifications and had to change my password because as I slept, my account was accessed and they were trolling, projecting weird personal stuff, opinions onto my account, archiving old pictures, commenting, tagging, changing captions, sending messages. So all of them things I have heard about. I'm just waiting to see, you know, the proof on most of them before I talk about it. But as we saw, the changing captions was true and sending messages. And obviously he's saying like archiving old pictures. That's like, you did that for what? Anyway, someone trying to stir the pot, and it was very strange and bad, and now I have my account on lock. So good that he has his account back. Trying to catch, correct, reset any changes now, and pardon the WTF-inducing moments if y'all experience anything weird. Anyways, all is well, love y'all, and have an awesome Sunday. So, again, he's probably going to film another podcast, and good on him, enjoy it, we will be watching, but I really felt bad that he had to address this, and it really was a viral moment on Twitter. I would like to tell you that it wasn't, and people just didn't take it seriously, but on Instagram and on Twitter, people were sharing around the screenshots being like, yes, he's speaking up against Shane, and this is so shady, and finally, and people were really on board with the fact that Garrett was speaking out, and they were like, Andrew's next, oh my god, they're gonna talk about it in the podcast, and I remember seeing it, and I was like, I don't believe that this is Garrett, but like, I don't believe that someone would hack onto his account and do the most, like, go back to 2015 and change captions, like, how, that's a lot of work. Like, normally hackers are, like, in and out, doing something, whatever, da-da-da-da-da, and then they're, like, out of the account, they're probably kicked off. But they need to do it when Garrett was sleeping, so they probably looked at, like, you know, the time zone or whatever. They were bad for that. They were bad for that. I think this was so unnecessary. I do feel really bad for Garrett because he's really kept his nose out of drama, and the fact that they literally, like, directly involved him by using his account. I feel so bad for him. But anyway, props to him for addressing it. Props to him for shutting it down. And remember, he was like, what did he actually say? He was like pushing their weird opinions or like personal drama, he said. And they were trolling, projecting their weird personal stuff, opinions onto my account, archiving old pictures, commenting, tagging, changing captions, sending messages, basically someone trying to stir the pot, and it was very strange and bad. So yeah, I feel really bad for him, and I know especially again, we don't know them personally, but just through the version they show us, Andrew and Garrett really just seemingly mind their own business. There's been a few little moments where it's been shady or whatever like that, but yeah, I feel like this was trending on Twitter. People were sharing these screenshots so excited, thinking that they were like literally gonna post a video that night. I got so many people messaging me being like, Adam, you need to talk about this now because he's gonna come out with a video. And I'm like, bitch, where are you getting this information from? Like, okay, he's changed the captions, but just keep in mind whenever I'm getting sent all this information that he's changing the captions to be like, I'm with Krusty the Clown. And then the Disney character. I'm like, oh no, Simpsons character. Wow, shows how uneducated I am. But you know what I mean? I was like, this is like petty, but at the same time, it was like Garrett's humor that they were using, and they weren't properly getting rid of the captions and being so straight up as if it was being hacked. And then the messages that are allegedly being sent around and the deleting pictures and all, I was like, what is going on with, you know, Garrett? People were like, maybe he's drunk, maybe he's high. I was like, oh my god, y'all, let's not read into it. I'm sure he's gonna like shut this down or whatever, and like, literally a couple hours later, he came out with this statement, and people were like, and I was like, of course he's gonna come out with it. So, well done, and Jesus, I still can't believe someone hacked his account and did that. Y'all are doing the most, for what? Let this man have a good December. Let this man get in the festive spirit without trying to stir the pot. Not this. But it gave me something to talk about. So guys, let me know what you think about this. What do you think about him actually responding to this? Do you think they'll bring it up on their podcast? Because I could actually see them just bringing it up, not fully, but just talking about people hacking them and, you know, that it was dumb and trying to stir the pot and that they don't want that. I can actually see that happening. Can you see that happening? Do you think he's going to address this further? Do you think anyone might try hack Andrew? Like, fucking, they're seemingly coming for the people that they can change the captions and get, like, a moment. I'm like, who did this? Who do you think hacked him? Do we know? Was it Spill Sesh? I'm kidding. But you know what I mean? Like, was it a drama channel? Who would do that? I'm like going through it in my head. Would Kat from Insider do it? Maybe. Will? Would Will do it? Maybe. I don't know. You know, it's so weird. Anyway, it was probably just a fucking random person who's bored. But like, why go after Garrett? Leave that man alone. Anyway, let me know. Let's talk about it. I'll see you in my next video. Stay festive. Stay gorgeous. My trishy fishies. My besties. My bitches. See you in my next one. My dog is actually right here beside me. Let me bring her up because she literally just came over and she was sleeping this entire time and she has just came over for me ending this video. Hey, bestie. Mwah. You can't see her properly. Oh, there you can see her eyes. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Have a good one. I'm bye. My cat's about to come in and she likes to knock the baubles off. Let me actually go get her. No. Oh my god, she's putting her paw in. It's so funny. Oh my god, you can still hear me. This is like a podcast. Hey, besties. How are you doing? I'm getting my cat. Nope, she's away. I got her. She was literally running towards the Christmas tree because she just wants to knock the baubles off because it's a game to her. Hi, this is Luna. Should I get Monty? No, he's upstairs. But yeah, she literally just keeps doing this. Not me knocking it off. I'm not gonna blame her. You're okay. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Not me forgetting to show you the Polaroids. This is how they turned out. It's still developing though, but that's how they look. They normally get a lot darker. It just takes so long for these to develop. But cute! Love it. Okay, bye.